Campaigners warn of book poverty as UK celebrates World Book Day. Books. The Guardian. Tom Watson, Deputy Labour Party leader, condemns fall in library borrowing as a scandal, as organisers encourage parents and children to make use of free book token. Tom Watson, Deputy Labour Party leader, condemns fall in library borrowing as a scandal, as organisers encourage parents and children to make use of free book token. As children across the UK don Matilda and Harry Potter costumes in celebration of Shadow Culture, Secretary Tom Watson has condemned the scandal that the number of books borrowed from public libraries in England has plummeted by almost 100% since 2011. Research commissioned by the Labour Party shows that the number of books borrowed from libraries fell from 255,128,957 in 2011 to 157,387,109 in 2018, a 38% decrease. Drawing from the data, the fall comes against a backdrop of widespread library closures and swinging staff cuts. Essex has earmarked more than a third of its 74 libraries for closure, while Bradford's libraries are facing a £2M funding cut over the next 2 years. SITPA said it's a scandal that almost 100% fewer books are being borrowed from our public libraries. Council Budgets. Laura Swaffield, chair of the Library Campaign, said that with more than 700 libraries lost since 2010, the only surprise is that the decline in book loans isn't even larger. Research shows that reading is valued as sheer pleasure, an escape from stress and a way to increase empathy with other people. God knows we need. Watson, Labour's deputy leader, pointed to the fact that children around the country were celebrating World Book Day on March 7, a great opportunity to celebrate how reading opens up whole new worlds for children and adults alike. But everyone should have. Nick Poole, chief executive of SILUP, the Library and Information Association, said there was a direct link between quality of book stock and how often they were borrowed. Far from signaling reduced demand for books by the public, these figures show that if you slash library budgets, you reduce reading and all of the positive benefits that go with it. These cuts off. More than 90% of the UK's libraries are taking part in World Book Day, through a partnership with the Reading Agency. Marking the celebration. According to the OECD, reading for pleasure is the single biggest indicator of a child's future success, more than family circumstance or their parents' educational background or income. Earlier this week, WBD released research from the National Literacy Trust that found that, compared with 43% in 2015, the charity's book How to Train Your Dragon author Cressida Cowell, who is taking part in the tour, encouraged parents and children to take advantage of the WBD token. There are things we can all do to reverse this worrying trend of a decline in children reading. For the joy of it, parents, grandparents, carers, teachers can all help by reading aloud to kids way beyond the age that they can read for themselves. 10 minutes a day.
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.